Oh, well, they have all three houses, they have all three branches of government. Why are they still angry? Because that's the core of their belief. Anger and rage is the easiest of all emotions to manipulate, because if you can manipulate someone when they're angry, you can get them to do heinous things they would never normally do. And much of right-wing political movements is specifically designed to keep you hyper-reactive and angry at all times. That's the base of the movement. It's the whole stupid reason of the culture war, because if you're too angry because you're worried about trans women in female restrooms for some reason, you're not going to be worried about the bills that get passed that strip you of Medicaid, that strip you of SNAP benefits, that fuck over your insurance and your personal livelihood. Well, simple. You're too mad at problems that don't actually matter, and because your anger is guiding you, that anger and fear, regardless of how much of a tough guy act they want to put on, they're all terrified. Because that's the whole point of right-wing politics, is to keep as many people under fear and anger as much as possible. So that way when they do these heinous things, it's sort of like this. They're going to blame Democrats for the government shutdown, despite the fact that Republicans own all three branches of government still. This shutdown's entirely on them. But yet their anger is going to drive them to blame Democrats for no reason other than the hatred of themselves. It's seriously, if you want to be the lowest you ever will be in your life, be a right-winger. You'll be so inflamed with your own misery and the misery of those around you that you won't pay attention when you get fucked over and conned and duped. But that's the whole point. They want them to stay angry and mad. It's why you're having so many violent reactionaries nowadays. I mean, fucking shit. How many shootings have we had in the last 3 days? Am I saying it's all of the right wing? No. But a good majority of them, because they are so hyper-reactive, it keeps you violent. And that's the point. Because until you master your own anger and fear and have any kind of emotional stability whatsoever, you will never grow past the basics of right-wing ideology. Because that's the other thing about it. They give easy answers to complex problems that require a lot more brain power to actually figure out the core of. But if they can hit the gotcha moments, if they can make you feel right even though you're wrong, you're not going to care, because that's confirmation bias. You've already heard some kind of information, so now that is your baseline in mind when you go to actually looking into politics.